All right, really quick rundown of the HD flows. HD flow. Okay, so the cool part is using the Matrox with the HD flows. I've only ever tried two pair of HD flows. Well, one is the HD flow, one is the eTrio. But I suppose it could be possible to use all three ports and have each one of them going out to an HD flow transmitter sending to a receiver. I guess it could be possible to have three projectors all sending, yeah, all having individual pairs of HD flows. But I've only ever tried the two, and I only have the one, so we're just going to do a quick how-to rundown of the one HD flow. So right now I still have the VGA hookup going on here, the mini display port with the USB for power going into the Matrox, but I've only got the one with an adapter going through, because the problem with the HD flow is you're a little limited on your inputs here. You've got composite, you've got two HDMI, and it looks like there's a LAN Ethernet port here, and there's some audio hookups. But anyway, so one thing you'll want to do before you get started and before you start hanging anything is identify right there where it says transmitter. So it's transmitting to the receiver over here, which again it's identified down here. There it is, receiver. Okay. So what I've got going on, let me rewind. I've got a adapter here, an HDMI DVI coming out of the Matrox, because that's our only option. So we go DVI out to a VGA here, and the VGA is going into the back of the HD flow transmitter. And then we are sending wireless. Oh, by the way, we have to make sure that, I don't know if you can see that very well, it's a little dark. You can see here how we've got it, the different, that is not in focus. Anyway, you've got the different options here. It's basically, there's a little black button down here at the bottom that you push, and that's basically switching between your options of composite, AV, PC, the VGA input, or the two HDMI inputs. So you can switch between these, but because we're on VGA here, we want to be going through the PC option. So there's where that ends, and we're sending, as long as this is blue and solid, and that is, what is pink, purple, whatever that is, and solid, everything's good. That means it is transmitting to the receiver here. That's solid. And what I'm sending out, here's the infuriating part about the HD flows, is that the receiver only has a component out, a LAN, I'm not sure what the USB is for, but you got LAN component, audios, and AV, and looks like it's just one HDMI. Pretty infuriating when you don't have all the cables you need, but you know, but when you do, you can make it work. So make sure your projector also has an HDMI in, otherwise you're screwed. So yeah, I've got HDMI coming out into the projector. So that means I would press the button on the front here until it circulates and gets to the HDMI selection there. And then everything's solid. It is sending signal to the projector. I can already see that I've got my toolbar up there, so that means we're looking at what's on my screen. Let me pull up QLab. Yep, there it is. And that is happening wirelessly with the HD flows. The eTrio, which is the other wireless deal, I mean, it's made by the same company. I'm not sure. I think eTrio came before the HD flow models, something like that. Anyway, you can run those simultaneously. I'm not sure how it's decided that they talk to each other. It's probably possible that you could reprogram a transmitter to talk to a different receiver, but you know, that's beyond my that's beyond my knowledge. But yeah, I know that with the current equipment we have at Weber State, you can make one projector wireless and a second projector running through the triple head to go, which, by the way, this is something I didn't cover. If you only want to run 2 projectors using the Matrox, you can. There is a dual head. There is a Matrox dual head to go, which only has 2 outputs. But in this case, you could use the triple head to go as a 2, as a twofer, except you don't use the second port. You use one as your first and the third as your second. And I just left this on here to kind of let you visualize what that might look like. And when you pull up the desktop, here's what you get. Well, right now I'm getting all question marks because it must... Oh, that's why. If you only want to use the 2, then you'll click on 1. But I've only got 1 projector plugged in, so of course everything's going to be question marks and confused. But yeah, that's how that works. So have fun.